Hello, MonstersAbound and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 10 of my Belegar campaign. We're chucking rocks at shit again because that's, well, it's pretty much the #1 tactic that we've got. Chuck rocks and pointy bits at the bad guys. It works. It works. It's a winning strategy. You can't go wrong with it. We're trying to take out the warp fire throwers because the idea of the warp fire throwers getting close it doesn't fill me with joy. We're also smashing some of these storm vermin. They've got a lot of storm vermin. A lot of storm vermin. Queeks here as well, of course. We've got warp grinders. The warp grinders are very much a unit that I don't really think is very good. I feel like there's better units that can do what they do, and I'm sure some people go, actually they're very, very good, but I'm like, yeah, but are they as good as, say, rattling guns? Because if not, I'll have the rattling guns, thanks. Indeed. Off we go. Right. We've got some menace from below, but they are being, riddled with crossbow bolts, and we've got Ghost Squad in the front. We've also got the Scolder Guard down there as well, because I love those guys. I love the warp fire throwers as well, to be honest. Anything that does a lot of AoE damage. I like killing a lot of stuff very quickly. It's all about speed for me. The faster you can do it, the better. As my wife knows. So the Rat Ogres now approaching, and I'm not too bothered about the Rat Ogres. They're not a great unit, I'll be honest. They're not great. They're just very... Oh, they've got Skaven Brew on them. That's actually going to make them fairly killy. But not as killy as, say, being showered in crossbow bolts. Plus Belegar's there. And we've also got Queek heading in to engage. Now, I have to be careful here, because Queek... he doesn't have a magic weapon. No, we're fine then, don't worry about it. I was like, we have to be careful, but no, we don't. It's absolutely fine. Scolder Guard are roasting rats, which is just fab. I love it. We've got some clan rats, coming on the flanks. There's some storm vermin. Oh, warp fire throwers managed to open fire. Is this going to sting? Oh, it stings a little. Ooh, ow. Yeah, we need to, riddle them with crossbow bolts. That's fine. Our front line has been engaged, but the Scolder Guards are going to be able to flank over that, hopefully without killing all of our own Longbeards, but I guess we'll see how that goes. And the rock lobbers are now throwing rocks into this big old blob of storm vermin, where we've got, who is that? Jacob. It's Jacob, Marley and Belegar fighting Queek. Queek's getting rocks thrown at his head, which is fine, because it misses all of his vital spots. There's quite a big blob of rats here, or there are, until the crossbows and the rock lobbers start firing, and then there's just a very large pile of dead rats, and that leaves Queek very much by himself, which is not where Queek wants to be. And Belegar and Jacob then sort of like spit roast him to death. Or at least Jacob's... Oh, there we go. Jacob was thinking about it. There we go. Queek's getting double teamed. He's not having a good time. He's getting his ass kicked. He's now trying to run away. The rest of Queek's army has taken an absolute battering. Finally, the clan rats breaking and running, leaving our front line a little bit battered, but ultimately completely fine. And this isn't... I mean, this isn't even that high a level dwarf army. This is not even its final form. Dwarf armies are just very, very efficient at wiping out large swathes of enemy infantry. Queek's dead. Good. Grudge removed. Lovely. We've got bonus burst infantry +6. Right. Can we kill you now? Hello. Yes is the answer. I think we can just kill them all. I think that's fine. And then we can take Crooked Fang Forts. I mean, that was an Oh, I meant to say Karakazgal. They'll be alright for a turn. They'll be fine. Then we can head back down and sort that out. I mean, that was, killing Queek, an Orc army, and then taking a settlement is a good turn for a Dwarf army. Right. Now, people keep telling me to get the Inspirational Leader, but God, it's so boring. And like research, I mean, if that was upkeep reduction and all that kind of stuff, I might go Inquiring Mind, but to be honest, it doesn't seem worth it. I know replenishment's really useful, but it's... like, I've got a lot of replenishment anyway, so that's fine. Don't worry about it. So we're going to go instead for... no, an Ancestral Grudge. Are we going to go out and or do we just want to go hit points? Like, extra weapon strength when just fighting against greenskins doesn't seem really worth it. We're going to go Scarred Veteran. That's what we're going to do. And, God, I'll be so glad when you're max rank and I won't have to worry about... Have you got everything else? You've literally got everything else. Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. Jacob, you get to be... I guess this is a problem with some of, like, the old world... Because most of the sort of Warhammer 2 lords have, like, extra skill trees, don't they? Whereas, like, the Warhammer 1 lords don't. They just get the like top tree, then they get their melee tree, and then they get their skill tree, and that's it. That's all they have. Which means that obviously, because the level cap used to be lower, it means that you can basically get all the skills. I mean, there's no real choice. You just max everything out. Oh well, never mind.
Think about it. No.
Fair enough. You had a thought about it. You just came to the same conclusion. I think it's the wrong conclusion, but there we go. Now, I've decided to keep... In fact, shall I get some Bugman's Rangers? Because Bugman's Rangers are... Wait, why do they only have 20 missile strength? I thought their missile strength was really good.
Revenge incarnate.
What? Now, I'm a little bit confused as to why that says 20 when it obviously has some sort of debuff to it, but I don't know why. That's odd. That's very odd. I kind of want to get... Because they are better than Rangers. They're upgraded Rangers, basically. So why... I'm tempted to recruit one just to double check. But that would mean dropping one of my... Do I drop a Quarreler for it? I mean, they're gold chevron, though. They do 62 missile damage. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Maybe when we get another army. And I do want to get another army. Let's upgrade Crooked Fang Forts, because the sooner we get defences there, the better. We were upgrading defences here as well, weren't we? Yes, we were. Fine. The sooner we get defences here, the better. Because... I mean, one, we need to move fast, because the dwarves will be capturing everything. They already are, to be honest. They're already in the process. The vampires seem to be doing okay for themselves, though. I mean, so far. I guess the only problem is when Carl finally turns his gentle attentions to them, they tend to get their ass kicked pretty quickly. So we'll save Karakazgul, then we go and take Dringo Krax and Cardo Tommen, and that should be fine. That's, I think, our plan. And we've only got a couple of resources at the moment. If, in fact, can we... Wait, if we've opened up the...
Onward! Welcome, kin. How may the High King serve thee?
Give me a trade agreement if you like. And some money. Just being cheeky.
Go on, then.
Oh, what a ledge. What an absolute ledge. Who else can we trade with? Barak Var.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this fine day?
Give me a trade agreement and some money. Give me a trade agreement and some less money. How about that much money?
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have then? Maybe we need to wait another turn to get the resource. Mind you, we picked up some other resources as well, haven't we? So is there anything we can get? Get the gatekeeper cell. We saw that last time. It wasn't that useful. If I can get some wine, I can get the star metal plate. That could be quite nice. There's nothing there. Enchanted item wise. No. Not really. Okay. Okay. I think if we... Because we've got those trade agreements going on, so we're... Obstructed. Why is it obstructed? Oh, because we're under siege, that's why. Obviously, yeah, because of course Karakazgul is our capital and it's under siege, so that's why we can't trade, because it's under siege. Fine. Nagron declared war on Grimgul's Ardboys. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a mood. Grudge too far. Well, obviously we pick a right the wrong.
Your conquests strike fear.
I know. Get back in your box, creepy old bastard. Right, chapter. Apparently they're targeting Xandri. I'm not sure why. What the fuck's Bretonia doing down here? Did they confederate someone? They must have. They must have confederated someone. Sort of Kane, fine. It seems like an odd choice, considering that they could war like Black Crag back. But they decided to go for Xandri. Fair enough. I guess. Right. Well, scamper on down here and murder this lot. Hello. I think we can just auto-resolve that one. I think that's fair enough. Right. Now, that means... blah, blah, blah. That we should now have some more trade goods, which means we might be able to build some stuff, which is very exciting. Not the Gatekeeper's Helm, that's garbage. Talismans. Is there anything we can make? I kind of want to make some, good stuff, not garbage. Okay. Okay, actually, I haven't equipped. So you've got Talisman Endurance is really good. Regeneration, is regeneration better? I think we'll keep with what you've got at the moment. The extra armor is not the worst thing to have. The potion of toughness is fine, so I'm happy with that. Slimer is kind of a support, so we're not going to worry too much about him. But Jacob's a tanky boy. So let's give you a spell shields. That's fine. Let's give you the Seed of Rebirth and a Potion of Healing. And we're also going to give you a Potion of Healing and the Dragon Helm, even though that's not that useful. And then Slimer is going to get the other's Trickster Shard, because then he can just debuff everyone around him. I've never really understood these rune stuff, because it's fine, but it's an item that you have to I kind of feel like maybe it should give you runes you can put on your units rather than the runes that kind of go on the runesmith, because it never felt really kind of that useful. I don't know, something about that just never really kind of sat right with me, the sort of the runes thing being a skill always seemed a bit meh. Let's go with Foe Seeker for you because I feel like it, and level 38. Okay, soon I won't have to go through you all and click the buttons and click a random skill to give you the skill, because I'm not really that invested in whatever you have. Perfect, there we go. Right, hop in there. So you're all fine. Hopefully we'll keep hold of Crooked Fang Forts. I want... Now, when can we upgrade this? It's going to take bloody ages. We could always build growth buildings, and I'm... Nah, reinforce Citadel. Let's do that. Okay, we'll get growth buildings in these ones. That'll sort that out, probably. I mean, we could get rid of the mustering. I kind of want to keep the cash, but... Should we get growth buildings? I mean, it's 38 growth. It's not the most growth in the world. In fact, shall we... I don't know why their missile strength is so low. Tell you what, let's recruit a new lord. Campaign movement range, tough. Confidence, ancestral blood, Grimnir. Well, you're up. I literally just did, mate. Literally just did. Oath gold per turn, thank you. I'll take some of that. Let's go with Quarrelers, because you just can't go wrong with some Quarrelers. Let's get some Bugman's Rangers. I feel like they're really good, but for some reason they don't look that... Oh, we only got 3 grudges. Really? Holy shit. Need to kill Durkit, but he's friggin' miles away. Need to retake Angrund, or take Angrund, which we'll get right on as soon as we've taken Dringo Krakens. Of course, they're also warring, which means they've got double armies as well. But I'm also tempted to like capture some of these, like capture the mountains. I think that could be a good shout. I don't know if we want to head into Clan Eshin territory, but I mean, if the dwarves don't, we might be drawn in that direction anyway. Okay. Broken Nose are dead, apparently. Oh, does that mean... So Tilia have taken... Can we have a defensive alliance?
No, sir.
Oh, go on. Be a pal. I mean, you are liking me more and more as time goes on, so... Hopefully at some point we get a defensive alliance and that'll wipe that grudge out. That'll be good.
True king.
That'll be good, won't it? No more people grumbling about the whole thing. Good. Where are we go? We're going over here. Let's go over there. We're gonna jump them. We're just gonna jump them.
Yes.
That's the plan. Right, we want more growth here. We want walls here. We've got lots of cash, so that's good. Iron miners. Let's do some of that. Do you want extra defences? I guess just in case. There are still green skins out in this direction, and that makes me a tad nervous. I mean, we should be fine. Karakazgal is secure for the moment, and we're going to try and pick up some of these mountains. Income from... Well, we don't have any of those, so that's not that useful. Hero action costs, we're not really doing any of that. Assembly lines, not really bothered. Entrenchment, again, not super bothered about that. So maybe let's pick up Dwarven Resolve. So that gets some more stats for our infantry. That kind of thing. Hello? Are you trying to get away? That's unfortunate. Holy... balls! Ow! What the fuck was that? What the fuck? What? Oh god, auto-resolve. What the fuck? I swear. Fucking auto-resolve. It's the fucking worst. What the fuckety balls was that? Eh?
You have my hammer. Dolly, attack.
Fucking hell. God damn. Oh, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Wait, you're not going to get your Y units, you bunch of assholes. In fact, I'm going to rank everyone up first. Oh, that is... Oh, I feel the rage building. I'm going to get Woundmaker. I'm never going to pick replenishment. I'm just going to annoy everyone. That's right. Don't want replenishment. I know replenishment's really good stat. Not going to pick it. Not going to pick it because I'm enraged about losing my rock clobber. You might be asking, but MonstersAbound, that doesn't make any sense. And I agree, it doesn't. Why the fuck did it say 20 then? Weird. Weird. Okay, no problem. I guess that's not a big deal. Okay, let's... Right, we'll... Fuck it, kill him. I may have bitten off a little bit more than I can chew here, because there's actually quite a lot of stuff. I didn't think there was this much stuff, but there's quite a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff, and yeah. Right, okay. Okay, well, we've got Grimgor as well to deal with. Obviously, he has a magical weapon, which means that any of our ghosts will get absolutely friggin' murdered by him. And we don't want that to happen. So we've sort of like formed up into a defensive formation. And yeah, the enemy gobbos getting a face full of crossbow bolts, which means they're going to go down pretty fast. In come the... Oh, Dirkit Squigs charging in, but getting absolutely rinsed by the Skolder Guard. Just annihilated. Was that 3 of them get away? Yep, 3 of them get away, leaving Belegar just coolly walking through the flames like an absolute badass, although he's not spotted Grimgor coming up right behind him. Belegar, you might want to... Oh, he's fine, he spotted him. Okay, it's a clash of the Titans. Grimgor's going to use his ability, Bloodforged... I think it's Bloodforged Armour. Belegar's using all his buffs as well. We'll see who wins. It's going to be an absolute... they're just going to be bludgeoning each other to death. Okay, lots of units flanking around either side, because that's what the AI likes to do. If it has more units, it just spreads itself as wide as it can, and then brings them all in at the last second, which is, I mean, a bit of a shit tactic, to be honest. Realistically, these units should have been tight in. They should have been coming around rather than... The AI doesn't really understand sort of like flanking. Never mind. Okay, so Belegar's getting double teamed this time. He's got a Night Goblin War Boss fighting him as well. But the Skolder Guard are helping out. And also, Slimer's joined in. So Slimer's come in to help out. Looks like the Goblin War Boss is legging it. He's terrified. He's like, Slimer turned up and he's like, oh no! Fuck! Get out of there! Grimgor and Belegar still just slamming each other to death. Other orcs trying to get involved, but just getting vaporized. Our right and left flanks are under heavy attack. We've actually got the Swamp Things over here. They are actually doing some damage to our Longbeards. So we need to concentrate some fire in this direction, because we're getting swamped on both flanks. The centre's fine, but the flanks are just being overwhelmed. You can see some nasty skulkers trying to flank around there. Now, ideally what these nasty skulkers would have done is flanked around, probably tried to get into the Quarrelers, but instead what they do is launch themselves into the flank of the Longbeards, which isn't really going to do very much. We've got Robert Marley currently fighting a horde of Night Goblins. That's a battle that, well, he's going to do fairly well in. Grimgor's legged it. Grimgor he's coming back. He's got 340 health left, which isn't very much. He's getting trapped on some goblins, which are now getting vaporized. He's only got 340 health left. That's not a lot. And that goblin big boss is being... Oh, his head came off. Oh, dear. Belegar going at... Oh, almost. One more hit, Belegar. And Grimgor's down. Yep, those orcs do not like that. In fact, with Grimgor down, their morale panic sweeps across the Greenskin forces, and our beleaguered flanks finally managed to get a respite, which is just as well, because they were pretty close to collapse. Right, that is for auto-resolving my grudge thrower to death. I'm very annoyed about that.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Bosh. We have secured the entire province. Holy shit, look at that. We don't need the refectory. I'm going to knock that down, because that gives us public order, doesn't it? It does. So, I could... Well, wait. No, actually. Do I want to keep that? There's wood here. I kind of want to... So, Bugman's range is just up... Yeah, so... They're just basically upgrade... Right, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Right, what we're going to do is... I want... What I need is some growth. So we can actually get some more of that by doing that. That's going to help. Good. Good. We still have Queek coming up from the south. I think he's got Grad Tommen, so we need to go and grab that. We do need to replenish a little bit, but I reckon a couple of turns and we're good to go, so that's fine. Right. Okay. Okay, so we can head down. Right, so that's fine. We've got some greenskin settlements over here. I do want to try and take those if we can. I mean, having Karakaz Azul would be nice. Taking Crad Tommen and Death Gorge, which is down there. Now, Khalida does have Misty Mountain, which is a bit of a problem. We might be able to get it back off. I don't. Is she at war with?
You come to speak to the voice of the vengeful.
She is at war with the Last Defenders, which means we could potentially just kill her and take it off her.
Grudge bearer.
I mean, it is ours, really, when you think about it. You know, she's kind of just nicked it off us. And oh, if we get, I can get a Scepter of Stone. If we get the wood. We do need the wood. Okay.
What?
I'm tempted to get rid of all of my... Oh, I could get a cannon. It's going to take 3 turns, though. It's tempting. I'm tempted. Right, I'm tempted to get rid of all of my Rangers and Quarrelers and replace them with Bugman's Rangers. I'm kind of tempted to do all Thunderers. Because Thunderers do have the armor piercing, whereas the Bugman's Rangers don't. Weird that the local has 39 and the global has 36 missile strength, but whatever. So, do I get the Thunderers? I do quite like the Thunderers. We could replace everyone with Thunderers. It's an option. We have options here. Could do. I would actually quite like some Giant Slayers as well, because they're quite killy. They are quite killy, but do we have space for them? That's the question. Also, do we have anything here we can pick up? We could get the Sky Hammer, but I'm always a bit like, is that actually any good? It never really feels like it's got the ammunition, you know? It's got improved bombing, which is nice, but it's only got a couple of bombs. Okay, let's get the Sky Hammer. I'm going to replace all... Oh, this feels bad. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, I know. They're going to be so salty. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get some more Thunderers next turn. That then looks fine. I mean, this is quite a hero-heavy army, but I don't necessarily think that's a big problem. Our grudges are full again. Is that because we've got more grudges, or just because the grudges are getting worse? I think it's just because of grudge. I mean, holy shit, that's 30. Right, so that in it. Right, right. If we can get a defensive alliance with.
I am ready to parley.
Yeah.
I hope your words.
I don't agree.
Oh, go on. If we can get defensive alliance with you, I think that'll cancel out the.
Not likely.
Okay, if I just give you some.
I will.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I think if we can get defensive alliance with them, that basically cancel, because it's like it's in the hands of a friendly faction, so it's kind of like, oh, well, I guess you won't be going to war with them then, so the grudge is then completed, apparently. You think the grudge... I mean, you think the way dwarves are, you'd think they'd just be so bloody stubborn, they'd say, okay, you can either give it back, or we will kill you. Oh, looks like Manfred and Vlad have jumped into bed together. Is Isabella going to be happy about that? 3 in a bed. What would Grungy do? Reckoner. Right, mine dispute. More income from... Yeah, I'm giving it to Loyalist Clan. Don't even care. Not going to even look at the other option, to be honest. That's all we're doing. Right, so we're going to get... Do I want a couple of Bugman's Rangers just for... Like 3 Thunderers, a couple of Bugman's Rangers. Let's do that. A little bit of variety. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to do that. Okay, we can upgrade you, then we can get walls there. We want more growth as well, so let's do that. I mean, money is looking pretty good.
Stranger.
Hello.
Not in my name.
Oh, go on, you complete bastard. Give me a defensive alliance. I just want to get rid of the grudge. That's so much to ask. I do want wood, because then we can get the Sceptre of Stone. Then that drops stone on people, and that's quite nice. The dwarves have gone mental again.
Friends of the Dowie.
They're strength rank 1. They're just murdering everything. They're so much more powerful than I am. It's redonkulous. I mean, that's...
What?
Right, can we find all their armies? They've got an army there.
Wisdom of the layer.
There's an army that... See, this is the problem with the dwarves. Their economy is so fucking amazing. They can just... And their armies are so efficient, as we've seen. It's just ridiculous. They've got so many fucking armies. I mean, they don't even have that many settlements.
Welcome.
11 settlements. They've got 11 settlements. And they've got how many armies, do we think? This is 1, 2... It's like a half, 3... That's about 4, 5... They've got 5... They've got half the number of armies they have settlements. That's fucking mental. No wonder they almost always do really well. I know sometimes Grimgor gets the upper hand, but it's like it has to either the orcs get the upper hand early. If the dwarves survive, they win. Because of like at a certain point, the dwarves have so much money that they just can't lose anymore, and that's kind of a problem. That's kind of a problem.
Lord of the Angrund.
Alright, well, at least they're on our side. I think next campaign I definitely want to, well, depending on, I mean, the reason I'm playing this campaign with no mods is because I suspect we're going to get the Wood Elf update fairly soon. And obviously that will then break any game which has mods involved in it. So I've kind of said, okay, well, let's play a game without mods, and therefore, hopefully, by the time it finishes, they'll be. If not, I'm gonna play an evil race. It's just gonna be evil races because, well, I'm playing a Patreon campaign that's the vampires at the moment, and they start like literally sandwiched between the dwarves and the Empire, which are the two worst factions for the Order Tide. An Age of Discovery. We don't have any ports.
Belegar.
Okay, so we're still recruiting, but that's fine, because then we'll heal up. Looks like there's some units recruiting over there, which is fine. Can we get rid of this? Come on.
You have a proposal?
Yes.
Never.
It's the same proposal as always, you stupid beardy twat. Give me a defensive alliance, you bastard, or I'll have to kill you. I don't want to. It's kind of annoying. Okay, can we get the... No. Oh, actually, this one's not too bad, is it? Gives perfect vigor, bonus versus infantry, weapon strength. Very nice. Very, very nice. Was it the talisman? Was that what the Sceptre of Stone was? Was it enchanted item? There we go. Gives plus 3... Oh, really? Okay, forge. Forge! Forge it. Sceptre of Stone. Nice. Okay, so that gives... Yeah, that gives the droppy rock ability.
I stand defiant.
If we give that to Belegar, that means he's going to have, like, all the melee attack in the world. Which I quite like. So let's do that. Now, plus 30 armor piercing damage is quite nice. Also, the Sundering's quite good as well, because it reduces armor. Which means that, although we can build... I mean, the Chilling Aura is quite nice. And the plus melee defense. I mean, we could give that to, like, the Marley brothers, and that would make them very tanky. But perfect vigor. I mean, don't the ghosts have perfect vigor anyway? Do they have perfect vigor, or do they get tired? Oh, they do get tired. It's weird. I mean, they're ghosts. What are they going to get tired from? So we could do that, because that's going to. So that's plus 30. Their base weapon damage is 350, which means if we were to give them, that's plus 12. So that will give them slightly more killing, plus of course the bonus versus infantry, and they're normally fighting infantry anyway. So I think that's probably a good shout. I mean, the Dragon Slayer's axe, very nice. I think... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And is there anything we can recycle? So, not for that much. I mean, we could recycle one of those. And it's a Slayer's Ring, and that's a talisman. That's an enchanted item. No, that's an enchant. Is that an enchanted item or is that a talisman? I can't fucking remember. Okay, Jake. No, Robert, you're the... Who has the bonus first infantry? I hope you don't. Okay, so you... Right. Jacob, you're getting the Iron Warden's hammer. Let's just double check what Casper has. So he doesn't have an enchanted item, so we can give him the Slayer belt. We don't have any armor to give. He's got that. We can give him the pro... I mean, may as well do that. Mind you, what does Slimer have? Okay, he can have the Prospector's pickaxe because he's generally fighting in melee more often. So that's fine. Right, then we can recycle the Slayer's Ring and the Slayer's Belt. That gives us another 200, which means we can make another... We have to go back in, and then it should let us make another Iron Warden's hammer. Boff. Because although it hadn't updated, and so it told us we couldn't build it. Right, fine. So then we can give Robert the Iron Warden's hammer. Now, that will mean that they won't have the armor piercing that they had before, but they will have perfect vigor, which means they'll never get tired. And also they'll have bonus burst infantry and more weapon strength. So that should be better. Okay, happy with that. Fine. So we're recruiting some Bugman's Rangers. We'll have those next turn. We've got the Thunderers. Obviously, we've lost quite a lot of missile attack because they're going to start at rank 1. But, I mean, their missile units, they will rank up very, very quickly regardless anyway, because they'll do a lot of damage, but won't take a lot in return. So, good. Good, there we go. It's all starting to come together. I think we're going to head south. Maybe, well, we could try and knock out the orcs. What is this? Oh, you've got Black Iron Mine. Okay, well, you're not going to give us that, and we're probably never going to confederate with you, so... Let's take Crad Tommen and Death Gorge, and then we might worry about Misty Mountain after that. Maybe we'll kill Khalida. Haven't quite decided what we're going to do there yet, but I kind of want that. And Khalida is kind of fallen back, and plus she's got more gemstones than Lemire, which, I mean, I would like more gemstones. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.